The PlayStation 1 is my favorite video game console of all time. Because of its extensive library filled with groundbreaking titles, many people have started collecting for the system. Whether it's people wanting to play the games of their childhood, or gamers ready to see what the system has to offer, this has made a few games very rare and hard to find. So today, I will be talking about some of the most expensive and obscure PlayStation games. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a fighting game that is based off of the manga series. Developed by Capcom, the game was originally released in 1998 in the arcade. 1 year later, the game was ported to the Sega Dreamcast and Sony PlayStation. The arcade version featured 14 playable characters. However, on the PlayStation, 8 characters were added. This game has a unique look and extensive movesets, including a special move called Stands that sets it apart from all other 2D fighters. This is where each character uses their guardian spirit, increasing the power of your attacks and adding new techniques. If your stand gets attacked, it can lead to a stand crash, leaving you stunned for a few seconds. This game looks very fun and is probably one of the best fighting games on the original PlayStation. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure sells for around $300 today and is very hard to find. The Misadventures of Tron is an action-adventure game that was released on the PlayStation 1 in 1999. What's cool to me about this game is that it centers around an enemy, Tron instead of the hero, Mega Man. The game plays like Mega Man Legends, but other levels are added, such as puzzle stages and collecting challenges. Tron has an army of 40 servbots that help during the story. Every servbot is an individual with a unique personality. These really help out supplying money and weapons throughout the game. Going through various missions, at one point you turn into a servbot to save Tron. The events of this game take place before Mega Man Legends, so this is somewhat of a prequel to the game. The Misadventures of Tron sells for $400. The price of this game has spiked throughout the years because of Mega Man's popularity, but I also believe it's because of how unique and fun the game is. Sucoden II is an RPG that was released on the PlayStation in 1998. Developed by Konami, the story of the game centers around a silent hero. During the game, you recruit characters creating an army to battle monsters. Something I find interesting about Sucoden II is that the characters you recruit have side missions that are very different from one another. You fight with a party of 6 and have the option to upgrade weapons. A great addition to the game is the selection of minigames. Sucoden II hit stores in the US in 1999 and sold very poorly. Years later, PlayStation 1 collectors and gamers realized how amazing this game really is. Because of this, Sucoden II complete with manual goes for $350. Klonoa Door to Phantomville is a 2.5D platformer game that follows the character Klonoa as he tries to save the dream world in Phantomville. Developed by Namco, it was released in 1997. Klonoa fights enemies by throwing or doing a jump boost on them. Stages are filled with obstacles, and inside the game are some amazing boss battles. Hideo Yoshizawa directed production of Klonoa, and his goal was to make a dream world that would pique the interest of kids and adults. This was accomplished as the game was met with positive reviews and the series has a cult following today. This is one of those games that I've always wanted to play, but unfortunately, Klonoa Door to Phantomville sells for $300 to $400. Safon Filter 3 is a third-person shooter that was released exclusively on the PlayStation in November of 2001. Gameplay focuses on silently taking out enemies. You can use a variety of different weapons and some levels are very dark, so you must use your night vision goggles. The game can be purchased for around $15 and is very easy to find. So you may be wondering, why is it on this list? The original release date was scheduled for September 25th, 2001, but because of the tragic events of 9/11, Sony decided to change marketing for the game. Reason being is that the original cover of Safon Filter 3 shows main characters in a courtroom with the American flag in the background. The picture has green gas arising from the ground, making it look like an accident took place. This would have obviously been in bad taste after the tragic event, so the cover was changed to a close-up of their faces. This looks really generic compared to the original cover. Because of this cover being banned, it is uber rare, and the only copy available at the moment is on eBay for over $2,000. Concerto is an action platformer that was released in 1998. In this game, you play as a canine police officer who goes by the name Waffle Ryebread. He fights against a group of sky pirates called the Black Cat Gang, who are trying to steal magical crystals. Concerto was published by Atlas, who is known for making obscure games. Waffle pilots a mech called the Police Robo. Similar to Tron Bond, you can move very well in the mech, and it's equipped with a bubble blaster to shoot enemies. Your goal is to capture enemy cats. Along the way, you collect artwork that can be viewed in the gallery. Some levels in the game have challenging boss battles, and if you look around enough, whistles are hidden in each level that give you extra lives. Even though a lot of work was put into the development of this game, sales did not meet the company's expectations. Because of this, not many copies of the game were produced, making Concerto very hard to find. Today, a complete copy of the game sells for over $200. So far, we have discussed some well-known titles on the PlayStation 1, but to finish off this video, I'm going to talk about the most expensive and obscure game on the console, LSD Dream Emulator. The game was released in Japan in 1998 and is a PlayStation exclusive. You explore crazy, mind-blowing environments with interactive surroundings from a first-person perspective. Once touching certain objects, you get warped into somewhere else. Developed by Asmic Ace Entertainment, the concept was based on a dream diary that belonged to a developer. You begin each level in a random area such as a city, factory, house, Japanese village, and many other places. As you explore through the game, you will come across randomized characters and animals. It gets very trippy along the way. Each level or dream lasts for 10 minutes, coming to an end when your character wakes up. However, dreams can end early if you die by a bad interaction with a certain object or animal. Once your dream is over, 1 day passes and the dream is rated on a graph. Ratings are upper, downer, dynamic, and static. As you experience more dreams, they begin to change with more objects and animals added. Surroundings begin to look more psychedelic each time you play. After you play for a certain number of days, a flashback option becomes available. This allows you to re-experience a dream you already had. This option can be taken away if you interact with the Shadow Man. The idea of this game is genius, and it's a work of art. Packaged with a soundtrack and art book, LSD Emulator received a limited release, so not many copies were made. Because of the strange nature of the game, it fell into obscurity for years. But over time, it has gained a cult following and is very popular in the gaming scene. Also, it can be a very fun party game. Due to the limited release and massive growth in popularity, LSD Emulator sells for $500. That is the most expensive and obscure PlayStation 1 games. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. Have a great day everyone, and until next time, stay up late productions.